I think Ryan Beard bullied him into removing his latest video.
Guys, Monster Hunter Wilds has crushed it.
Guys, Monster Hunter Wilds has crushed it.
Where all of the main characters are women, and all of the side characters are men who aren't really that masculine. But apparently this game is still based and anti-woke.
This is why he had to take the video down. He didn't play the game.
Does Alma suffer from white savior syndrome?
Does this guy not feel stupid that he's reading very obvious rage bait and pretending that it's an actual real person?
I would say that the fact that he cropped out their username and profile picture is a pretty good indicator that he is lying.
Yeah.
But me as a straight heterosexual male,
Debatable.
Another Chad said, this is such a great response.
Oh, dude, this is such a great response. I'm getting so horny right now.
Angry, mentally ill left.
The mentally ill left. Bro, show your face.
Somebody who probably looks like the woman on the left said this.
I agree with this. Andy, your kids are going to grow up to resent you. Just letting you know that. Your wife probably already does. All right, guys. Energy's a little low today. A little tired. Woke up early. Did some housework, chores, blah, 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 blah. That's all you need to know. Blah, 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 blah. But I want to watch this video. It came on. I want to watch it. I've been looking forward to it. Ryan Beard calls out that AndyPants guy who had the controversy with, what was his name? The Act Man. That's who it is. The Act Man. He ended up making himself look like an absolute fool. Not the Act Man. This AndyPants guy. He's a cringe loser. I did a couple of videos out of him. You can take a look. I'll put them in the description. But yeah, I want to see what we got here. It's a fun little reminder of why you shouldn't become a weird, cringe, anti-woke gamer bro.
My name is Ryan, and I am the president of Woke.
Dude, look at me right now. I'm not trying to eat myself up right now, but I'm the president of Traps right now. Not bad, dude.
And as the president of Woke, there is nothing that I hate more than attractive people. When I see an attractive person, I go, bah.
Make her fatter, give her hairy armpits. It's a done deal, baby.
But when I see an ugly person, well...
I think that guy's a meme.
My dumb woke brain, attractive people are ugly and ugly people are attractive. That is an unfortunate side effect of pumping yourself full of this many vaccines.
Okay. Incredible.
I'm sure we can all agree that I'm not the most attractive person you've ever seen. My face gives off less of a Timothée Chalamet vibe and more of a Paul Giamatti.
You should have at least used the younger Paul Giamatti version. Jesus.
Vibe. And because I'm not that attractive, I'm filled with a deep resentment and jealousy towards anyone who is attractive.
True.
Have you ever heard of fat camps? Well, I think we need to start attractive camps, where we round up all the attractives and we melt their skin off with acid so they can all be as ugly as me, and then we can finally have true equality. Thus declares the president of Woke.
Be careful, because some people might take Ryan seriously here.
So, was that satirical monologue that I just gave really fun?
Oh, it was a joke. I didn't even know it was a joke, Ryan. Oh my God, you pulled the wool over my eyes.
Fucking stupid? Yes. But according to AndyPants Gaming, the channel we'll be looking at today, this is what woke people unironically believe. As woke people...
Yeah, man, I think that there's just a lot of money to be made just being a complete weirdo, loser, right-winger, video gamer. Nux, Asmongold, AndyPants, I don't know. I don't really... Synthetic Man. It's pathetic. Will I go to fat camp with Nicholas Diorio? Bro, do I need a fucking fat camp, dude? Are you kidding me right now? Nicholas Diorio needs to come here. What are you talking about, dude? I'm a little buff. Okay, give me a break. Are you seeing this right now? Fat camp for me? Stop making fun of me, dude. Listen. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop making fun of me for being fat. Okay? Are you seeing that? Give me a break. Stop calling me fat. Okay. I'm just big boned. All right? Give me a break. I'm more muscular than you guys keep saying. Stop bullying me. Stop telling me I like to eat a lot. Those things are all true, but admire my physique. Just for once in your life. I can't show off the quads. I don't feel like getting up. I'm like perfectly comfortable. All right? Give me a break, guys. Fuck.
It is our goal to purge all attractive people from video games. And according to AndyPants Gaming, the left absolutely hates the new Monster Hunter game because some of the women in this game are attractive.
Does the left hate the new Monster Hunter game? Oh, check out this. This is a cool video. It's probably a great video. Assassin's Creed dildos. Gay shit. What the fuck is this? Master Chief is a black lesbian girl boss now. Wow. Incredible. That's quite a title, bud. Wait, did he remove his video that Ryan showed?
I hates the new
Monster Hunter Wild sells 8 million copies. The left is seething. Wait, what? Wait, I think Ryan Beard bullied him into removing his latest video about Monster Hunter. What is this? Okay. All right.
Monster Hunter game because some of the women in this game are attractive. Ooh. I've been a big fan of the Monster Hunter franchise ever since I played Monster Hunter Try on
I haven't. I'm not a big fan. I just couldn't get into it. Maybe I'll have to try something newer.
The Wii back when I was a
try it again or something.
Kid, but I guess I must actually hate this franchise now because some of the women in the games are hot.
I don't know, man. She's not even like she's cute. Don't get me wrong. But I'm older now. So that's like too young for me, I guess. I don't know, dude. She's got alright tits, but I need something a little crazier. You know. Now, if one of the monsters had huge fucking tits, and I'm not talking about human tits. I'm not saying like, oh, what if they put tits on their tit area? Give me the tits where like dogs' tits go. For the Monster Hunter game, okay? You know what I mean? Give me like 8 big fucking titties down there. Just so engorged that they're leaking. Give me that. You know, give me some nice eyes. Like, give me the dragon from Shrek with some nice eyes, udders, big old tail. Give me a starfish puckering asshole. You sold, dude. I'll play Monster Hunter. But this, come on. Look, what the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here, too? This is Christian. What the fuck is happening?
What's going on, guys? So Monster Hunter Wild is absolutely crushing it. And the left, the coping, angry, mentally ill left.
The mentally ill left, dude.
Absolutely seething right now. Because of hot characters in game.
Bro, show your face. Show your face. What's going on with that? My man can't even show his face. Put a girl on, you know what I'm saying?
Because they're jealous. Because they're jealous that they're not a biological woman. And
what is wrong with this guy? Just a person that says creature. That's just mean. Why even do that? It's just rude.
They look like a creature.
They're all right. I mean, fuck. Jesus.
So they're big mad.
So on the left here, we have the...
Did that person, like, say something rude for you to do that to them? That's, like, really obsessive to me.
Angry trans wojacks, which is what these people think all trans people look like. Just ignore trans people like Hunter Schafer. They don't exist.
She's all right.
Every trans person looks like this picture on the left. And then on the right, we have some pictures of the blacksmith from the game Monster Hunter Wilds. And for some reason, he specifically picked out this picture that makes her look like she's like mid-orgasm or something.
Not bad.
And all of the queer people are jealous of this because, as we know, queer people can't orgasm.
Are we going to show... and then, you know what's so funny? I bet this AndyPants guy shows some tweets from like no-like accounts that are almost guaranteed bots that are meant to just rile you up. Like, it's just a bot that's meant to, like, argue with you. You post something, and they're just like, actually, Monster Hunter is fucking too unwoke. Like, that's going to be one of those things. So right now, we have these content creators making content on Twitter based on what bots are putting in comments. I'm guaranteeing that's what this video is going to be.
When I was playing through Monster Hunter Wilds, I thought this was a pretty cool character. I liked her vibe. But wait, no. Actually, I hated her character because she's hot, and I'm jealous of her because I'm ugly.
Because they're jealous. Because they're jealous that they're not a biological...
This is just why. I don't know. Like, why? Just why? Just why be so rude? This is crazy. I don't understand it. This is just so mean, guys. What are you doing here? You know what I mean? What's going on here? Why do that to yourself? Why do that to yourself, Andrew Pants? What's going on, man? I don't understand. It just seems mean. I'm taking a picture of it for potentially make this the thumbnail. It's just so stupid. I'll be lolling when I'm banking, baby. That's all I gotta say.
Woman, and they look like a creature instead.
I love how he shows this picture where on the left it says creature, and on the right it says what God made. Oh,
that's a video game, dog. He said what God made, that's what a video game is.
I don't know how to break this to you, but this is a video game character. God did not make her. People made her. Maybe he's just been like so mesmerized by her. He's been watching her banging away on her anvil.
I mean, her tits were tittying a little bit there.
For hours, watching her have orgasms.
Wait, how old is this thing? Probably not.
And he's just become so obsessed with her that he started to believe that she actually is a real person. I'm so sorry if you had to find out this way, AndyPants, but this is a video game character, not a real woman.
Guys, Monster Hunter Wilds has crushed it. You thought
Guys, Monster Hunter Wilds has crushed it. Guys, Monster Hunter Wilds has crushed it. By the way, I'm super anti-woke. This guy sounds kind of gay, right? Come on. let's just be absolutely real here.
Come Deliverance 2 did well with 2 million copies. Yeah, get out of here. Monster Hunter Wilds sold 8 million copies in 3 days. And isn't it crazy? If you just give people what they want, if you give gamers what they want, a fun, compelling game with great gameplay, hot female characters, masculine male characters, they will go out and buy it.
So here he admits on screen that he hasn't actually played the game.
I can't confirm that the men are masculine, but the women are feminine. Yikes, dude. This guy's fucking cringe. He didn't even play the game. This is what I'm talking about. He's just pumping out slop. This is why he had to take the video down. He didn't even play the game. He's just like, oh my god, 8 million? Guys, welcome back to masculinity. My fucking dick got hard. By the way, every single one of these people, AndyPants, Synthetic Man, Asmongold, Nux, they can't play games on any harder difficulty than like normal. They are terrible at video games. They literally will fucking get absolutely ass washed. That's why they have to have people follow them around in video games and give them resources. That's a fact, okay? It's true. It's true.
He's just assuming that the male characters in the game are masculine. As someone who actually has played this game, no, the male characters in this game actually aren't that masculine. You've got this kid who's...
That's a guy? Jesus Christ. Looks like the young lady that works at 7-Eleven. But by the way, God bless her.
Always crying about something. Then you've got this twink who helps you research
Whoa, Dean Withers, shout out. It's incredible.
monsters. You've got this balding old guy who always looks slightly afraid. Really, the only like traditionally
I kind of like that guy.
masculine character is the head of the guild that looks like Bob Odenkirk, who...
That's cool. Yeah, man, I just like to have like one I just like to have one character in stuff that makes me I can identify with it. A more masculine character, and I'm chilling.
Shows up for like 2 minutes at the beginning of the game. So this idea that Monster Hunter Wilds sold 8 million copies because it's filled with like masculine anti-woke men is not true. I know that you really care about filling video games with as many beefcakes as possible, but it turns out most...
I like having one guy I can identify with, you know what I'm saying?
Gamers actually don't give a fuck about that. They just want a fun game. Also, the 4 main characters of this game are 3 women and this indigenous kid.
Yay.
I thought it was woke to have a game where most of the main characters are women. So you have a game where all of the main characters are women and all of the side characters are men who aren't really that masculine. But apparently this game is still based and anti-woke.
Damn, they slipped in. Dude, this is so funny. This is why AndyPants had to remove his video because he got it wrong. Apparently Monster Hunter Wilds is just full of wokeness. I don't care, by the way. It means nothing to me. There's no like regular like dudes in it. And AndyPants like, welcome back to masculinity, guys. My wife let me sleep at the foot of the bed tonight. You think that AndyPants treats his wife like really well? You know, he probably gets off at work and he's like, hey, how are you, honey? I love you so much. Let me cook you dinner. He's probably like a huge fucking cuck that loves his wife and he just like lies on the internet for money so he can raise his family. What a beautiful sentiment, huh?
Because some of the women are attractive. I'm starting to think that maybe there's no actual internal logic to this woke, anti-woke bullshit and that you just slap the label of woke onto a game that you don't like. I know for a fact that if this game would have sucked...
Well, what it is like, well, I guess sometimes there's games that feel like there's like a bunch of wokeness, but the game sucks, I guess, you know? Like, I feel like the new Star Wars movies kind of sucked. Like, not the 7th one was alright, but the 8th one was like kind of bad. And it just felt like they were trying to add a diversity, and it just made it seem like the focus was that over actually making like a compelling storyline. Or maybe it just sucked and there just happened to be a bunch of minorities in it and I focused on the wrong thing and maybe I'm racist. I don't fucking know. But either way, if the game's cool, good for you guys, man. I'm not a big Monster Hunter fan, but cool, man. Good for you guys.
You would have called it woke, and you're only not calling it woke because you know that most people like the game.
So guys, what I want to talk about today is, I've jumped over to the Steam community forums, and it is, as always, a sewer and an absolute cesspool. And so today I want to respond to 4 different things that I read and read the comments.
Did this guy make a fucking PowerPoint presentation? That's very feminine. You can't make a PowerPoint presentation about how much you like Monster Hunter Wilds and expect me to think that you're a man. Like, if we're gonna play fucking traditional masculinity here, men are not allowed to make PowerPoint presentations. That's a literal female only thing. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know that right now.
It's over on the Steam community forums that were pretty hilarious, and I've been getting a lot of requests for the voice. So you'll be getting lots of the voice.
Yes.
Who's requesting that voice?
The voice. We all love the voice. Oh, thank you for bringing back comedy.
This is funny.
We all know that talking like Sid the Sloth makes everything funny. God, I am so glad that comedy is finally back after the wokies tried to steal it from us.
So yeah, God made what we see on the right here, and
that's a video game, doggy boy.
And man,
God literally made this person. This is a Japanese person made this person, I think. Japanese guy was gooning a little too hard. I have a fucking blonde fetish. I like the dirty blonde though. It's nice.
Handmade.
Actually, unironically, because I mean I play video games, but I'm like really impressed with her hair. Like it's a nice hairstyle. It's so gay, but it's a nice hairstyle, and like it really looks very naturally dirty blonde. Like I know dirty blonde. Well, I don't know if it's natural or not, but it like looks really good. Like she just has very pretty hair. She has very pretty hair. I'm just being serious. Like I'm impressed with the design of this. It's very impressive. Like video games are fucking crazy nowadays, man. I'm an old guy. This is impressive to me. But she has very pretty hair. She's very pretty makeup and eyebrows, and her fucking eyeliner looks nice. I know. I'm sorry. I'm acting a little feminine right now, but it kind of is. I'm impressed with the way that they designed this character. They put a lot of work into the detail. Dude, I'm not gooning. I'm like literally not even attracted to this character. I just think that the hair's pretty. Okay, shut the fuck up, or I'll ban you right now.
What we see on the left here, and so I think I'm gonna settle for God's creation rather than man's creation.
What the fuck do you mean? God did not make this video game. Do you think that this game is like the golden plates from Mormonism, and God just like descended from heaven and gave this game to Capcom? Obviously, what he means is that God created women to be women, and He created men to be men. But even if you,
dude, I'm telling you, God created trans people for a fucking reason, and so I could jerk off to. All right. He fucking created them. Why not?
You don't believe that trans people are
hey guys, God created trans people. Yeah, I know, but they're supposed to suffer. That's God's test. But if a God gives a child cancer, they gotta try to fight that shit. Okay, where's the logic, man? I don't know.
valid, guess what? They are still people that God created under your worldview. You don't get to decide that someone is suddenly not one of God's creations simply because they're trans. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. True. According to VeggieTales, God made you special and He loves you very much. But
and you're not supposed to actually put that cucumber up your ass. I don't know if you know. I learned that the hard way.
Yes, if you're
really hard.
You're trans, God no longer made you. You're actually a human creation and you're at some sort of strange
what the fuck is that?
Cyborg.
So let's get right into it. An angry troon typed this with their
why? It's a slur. I don't like it. It's just inappropriate.
Or with their pink hair and their. You can only imagine how bad the person smells who typed this. So,
buddy, I got news for you. You probably don't know how to exfoliate. So
they said, the blonde blacksmith, Jimma, is over-sexualized. I'm not sure why the blonde blacksmith in the game has to look like an adult film star.
Bro, you only did the Sid the Sloth voice for like 2 seconds. If you're going to do the Sid the Sloth voice, you've got to commit to the bit.
She's talking about this beautiful woman here. There was the same issue in Final Fantasy 15, I believe, with the mechanic. You'll never see women like this in day-to-day life. And the other women in the game look normal.
There's like 9 reactions to this post. How deep did you have to go into the Steam forums to find this? Unironic question.
I'm sure this is what she thinks like a normal. I'm sure this is what he or she thinks that a normal woman looks like.
You're just a weird guy, dude. Why do you think about trans people? Why do these people think about trans people every day, all day? It's an upset. You guys are obsessed with trans people. It's very bizarre. Because trans people aren't even part of this conversation. Like literally, it's you dug through the forums to find one person complaining about how this character is too attractive, and then you found some random trans woman's picture online, and you said, "Look, this is a creature." It's inappropriate. It's just not nice. You know what I mean? Like enough of all like the machismo. It's just not nice. It's just not a nice thing to do. It's just. I mean, it's weird. Also, like you should not. Unironically, you can't talk when you look like this. You this is what you look like. That's insane. You look like you're trying to be somebody else. Holy fuck! You just look like Kevin James just took it right up the ass and out the mouth. It's just not something I would if I looked like this. If I was 40 years old and I shocked my hair up like that, I can't even say what I would do to myself because I would get banned on YouTube. You know what I would do? I'd go to the gym. Honestly, I'd go to the gym. If I look like that, I'd go to the gym, bud. Because look at that shit, man. You don't even look like you know how to use a loofah. Do you know how to like soap up a loofah and scrub your whole body down, dude? Come on. You look like you stink. What the hell's the matter? Holy moly. He looks like you look like a fucking youth pastor. Oh, Jesus Christ. The confidence of this guy.
So he's assuming that this comment must have come from a trans person because we all know that dumb equals trans. If you ever see a really dumb comment left on Facebook or something and you assume it's written by some out of
The only time I think a dumb equals trans is when it's a trans woman, because when women talk, they're always dumb. I stand with the equality of women. I'm just kidding, obviously. I'm joking. Can't win because I have threats. Fuck.
Touch boomer. It actually wasn't written by an out of touch boomer. It was written by a trans person because every dumb comment comes from trans
It was written by a bot.
people. Trans people make up one.
It's honestly probably written by a troll. I wouldn't even doubt that, dude. I'm telling you right now, this AndyPants guy, he goes onto forums and he types out just really cringe, weird shit. So that he can take them and react to them on his shitty videos that he takes down after he gets absolutely dumpstered by Ryan Beard. And then he's like, look, trans people are bad, even though they have nothing to do with the conversation. Nothing at all.
1% of the population, but they make up 100%.
Whoa, look at those beach balls.
Of the stupidity of the population. So yeah, this comment
That one is pretty stupid, though.
is obviously dumb. I don't think it's inherently bad to have a character that's a little bit sexualized. And yes, obviously there are some women in real life who do look like this. And assuming that a conventionally attractive woman couldn't be a blacksmith is already unironically sexist in the first
That is true. She'd have to, but she can't be white. You can't have a white blacksmith. It makes no sense.
place. So yeah, dumb comment. But cherry picking one random dumb comment from one random woke person obviously does not mean that this is what all woke people believe. But wait a second. Was this comment actually written by a woke person? For some strange reason, he's decided to black out the username of the user who posted this.
Oh my God. Ryan Beard is about to dig into this guy's pooper.
So I went and actually looked up this comment on Steam, and guess what? It was posted by a troll. This comment was posted by a user named Clint No Nerdywood, and it's pretty obvious that AndyPants here cropped out their username and profile picture because this picture of Clint Eastwood doesn't fall into their narrative that this was written by a trans person.
No wonder he deleted the fucking video. This is so funny.
And I think the fact that Andy cropped out their username and profile picture is a pretty good indication that he is a dirty fucking liar.
True.
Andy says that whoever left this comment probably smells bad because they're trans.
You can only imagine how bad the person smells who typed this.
But I would say that this person probably smells bad because they're a basement-dwelling internet troll who wastes their time posting comments.
Hey, don't talk bad about that guy. He's a fucking legend.
On the internet to try to make woke people look bad. On Steam.
Hey, Ryan! Fuck you, dude. Stay away from Clint No Nerdywood. Stay away from my boy, dude.
People will purposefully make troll posts because they're trying to get as many jester reactions as possible. And these jester reactions translate to Steam points. And this post got 84 jester reactions, which shows you that most people understood that this was a troll post. I looked through this.
Do you get monies for that or something? I don't understand.
Dude's post history, and
the image is still on the screen. I know this is what AndyPants looks like. There's such a constant reminder that that's what he looks like.
And a couple years ago, he used to troll people by making anti-woke troll posts. Mortal Kombat went woke? They nerfed the women in the game. Why? Mortal Kombat was always violence and beautiful women, but now they look generic and woke. Looks like the first time in years I skip a Mortal Kombat game. Such a shame. Looks like the player base is dropping off quite hard as well, which is another reason to steer clear as it stands. Go woke, go broke, I guess. So this comment was obviously posted by a troll who enjoys baiting people into getting mad at his posts so that he can
That's funny.
farm Steam points. Do you think that an actual woke person would have a picture of this stereotypically masculine looking trans person on their profile? Obviously not. So now that we know that this comment was posted by a troll, we know that AndyPants either fell for the bait or he's intentionally lying to his audience to make trans people look bad. And
he definitely did. He definitely lied about it on purpose. That's why he censored it out.
I would say that the fact that he cropped out their username and profile picture is a pretty good indicator that he is lying to his audience.
Yeah.
But me as a straight heterosexual male,
debatable. Doubt. Disagree.
There's nothing wrong with beauty. There's nothing wrong with an attractive woman in a game.
Oh, really? Wow. Yo, listen, let me tell you something right now. You know, using the word gay, it's in a pejorative sense. It's probably not nice, right? Call someone gay, it's rude. But here's my thing. I think that this is the only thing that people like AndyPants respond to. A lot of these idiots online, they don't care about anything else intelligently. They don't care about intelligence. What they care about is feeling stupid. And you just have to make them feel stupid and gay and cringe. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. I love gay people. My brother-in-law is gay. I love my brother-in-law. My cousin's gay. Their boyfriends are gay. My wife's best friend's gay. I know so many gay people. I'm going to continue to call these people gay. Because the only thing that anti-woke weird losers respond to is being called gay and ugly and smelly. Because there's nothing like we could sit here and be intelligent all day. They don't care about that. They don't give a shit about that. That doesn't mean anything to them. So
This is not porn. This is not gooning. This is not overly anything. It's just an attractive woman in a game, and people need to chill.
Thanks for letting me know, man. I really make sure you tell me that that's an attractive woman like 50 times, because I obviously didn't know it myself. Just make sure you tell me. You overcompensate and constantly tell me that, okay?
Out.
Thank you, AndyPants, for finally standing up for the right of straight men to be attracted to women. I thought that straight guys could only fuck dudes, but you have finally showed the world that straight guys can fuck women. But yes, thank you so much for making this revolutionary point.
No, not the F slur. Stop it.
That it's okay for video game characters to be attractive. You really showed that troll who wrote that fake comment trying to make woke people look bad. True. I do find it a bit confusing how these sorts of Christian dudes set their standards, because on the one hand, he's saying it's okay for women to look like this, but on the other hand, growing up, I know that if a girl were to dress like this, these would be the same types of dudes who would tell her to cover up and tell her that modest is hottest. So like...
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that that's true. I think Andy's grifting. Andy's the kind of guy that would put something in her drink and then violently... and then walk her home nicely and then be really cordial to her, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely the kind of guy.
Is it okay for women to dress like this now? Or is it only okay for women to dress like this when there's someone you personally find attractive because you want to objectify them? I guess we'll never know. And no, I am not saying it's bad to find a video game character attractive. I'm just saying that under your worldview, I don't really understand when it is...
Do they have R34 of the cat for research? We got to do a little research.
Isn't acceptable for women to show skin. Or, you know, we could reject your worldview and just let women do whatever they want. You know, that is...
No, can't do that. If we let them do that, then they'll take over the world, guys.
It's an option.
Have you seen Beyonce? They'll take over the world. Whoa, what the fuck?
And then the angry, ugly troon who can't pass as a woman.
Yeah, that's
said,
mean.
It's her overall look, hair, also, and body. They knew what they were doing, and it...
Barf, babe. They're crazy.
It has no place in Monster Hunter.
This has no place in Monster Hunter? Bro, this is so obviously a troll comment. Women in Monster Hunter have always dressed like this, so this comment...
That's a baby. What the fuck?
...is obviously fucking trolling. Do you realize this? And you're just...
Bro, here's my take. If you are attracted to the Monster Hunter girl, you're a groomer. Okay, look at this. This is a child. This is a baby child. This is a small baby child. What the hell is this? And now you're going to look at them now, 11 years later, and be like, oh, well, they're an adult. Well, you knew them from, you groomed them. So, stop.
In Monster Hunter have always dressed like this, so this comment is obviously fucking trolling. Do you realize this and you're just lying to your audience?
Well,
or
you censor that person's name too.
Are you a fucking moron?
Another Chad said, this is a game, this is such a great response.
This is such a, oh dude, this is such a great response. I'm getting so horny right now.
This is a game in a fantasy setting, not real life.
Oh God, I'm getting so turned on.
If you want real life, go to work.
Oh. Exactly, dude. This is so funny. AndyPants, do you have any friends, man? You got any friends, buddy? Got any friends? You got any friends that you could talk to about any of these thoughts that go through your head? Did your wife ever talk to you, or no? She's not really feeling that vibe. What's going on with that? I just feel like you don't. I feel like that's a sad thing for you, brother.
Laugh. I think it's kind of cute when this dude hypes up other dudes' comments. Yes, dude, that is so fucking true. You are such a giga Chad. If they want real life, then they can go to work. I mean,
isn't his job to sit at home and do shitty anti-woke videos?
So glad that we have this glorious comment from this based giga Chad who fell for the bait and responded to this troll as if they were being genuine. This is how a lot of these online ecosystems work. You have trolls who come in and post obviously stupid things to make woke people look bad, and then you have other dudes who get to feel smart and intellectually superior because they can dunk on how dumb this troll comment was. It basically just becomes this cringy circle jerk where they're all jerking each other off for being so much smarter than the dumb woke people who aren't actually even saying the things that they're claiming that they're saying. Now, is it actually true that woke people want to get rid of attractive people in video games? No, obviously not. This might be a bit of a hot take, but sometimes,
I mean, I'm sure there's a couple of people who are annoying, but like, I don't think that they're really trying to get rid of ugly people or attractive people in games.
You know, having some hot characters in a video game can be kind of nice. Sometimes when my gooner brain sees some pixelated titties on the
take them off
screen, you know, it's kind of nice, you know? What can I say? The woke criticism of video games is not that we should remove every single attractive person from...
It's just sometimes they want to add some fat bitches with fat tits in there too, you know what I'm saying, dude? Me too.
Video games, that's obviously stupid. The woke criticism is just that it's dumb to expect every single woman in every single video game to be conventionally attractive.
Well, especially since like a lot of the guys are conventionally attractive in the games, like all the guys are represented as like, you know what I mean? Or there's more diversity in the guys. That's what I meant to say. Idiot brain moment.
Because in the real world, not everyone's attractive. In the real world, a lot of people are ugly as fuck.
Maybe in your world, Ryan, I'm attractive as fuck, dude. I'm attractive as fuck, brother. Close your eyes, though.
I don't play video games because they reflect reality. I play video games to escape from reality. Video games are fantasies, and in my fantasies, everyone is hot, not ugly. Look, that is fine. If in your real life you are just surrounded by uglies, so you need to play video games to escape from this ugly hell.
You want to know what the hot take here is? Okay, back then, when I was playing God of War 1, and you could fuck the girls in that, I loved it. I was a kid. I was a young kid. I was like 16 or 14 or something. I forget when it comes out exactly. So I was like, oh man, let me blast my fucking rocket to this. I'm 35 now. That's how fast I could start jerking off to anything I want. I don't need video games to put boobs in my face anymore. In fact, it's embarrassing. I'm a grown-ass man trying to play a video game and all of a sudden there's tits in my face. I prefer to get naked, get on my downstairs couch, pull up my phone, okay, and I look it up, anything I want. In fact, there's so much that there's almost too much to choose from. It's insane. So why do they need to be? Why do you gotta have big ass titties in video games, man? Like I could just look at that shit myself when I'm fucking chilling out. Like don't put like big beautiful tits in the middle of a video game. That's a distraction. I'm already getting super angry, slamming my goddamn controller against my fucking keyboard because the game's too fucking hard. Some cheap ass bullshit. Breaking my fucking keys. I gotta take my goddamn keyboard apart. I gotta put new fucking switches in my fucking keyboard. All right, and last thing I need is a goddamn titties fucking distracting me. You know, I got better shit to do today, dude. You know, I'm trying to get to this fucking boss. So
you're living in, I have no problem with that. I am not trying to take away your sexy little fantasies. I just personally think that art is more interesting when it explores a wide range of stories and themes and topics and people and experiences. Instead of expecting every single actor in every single movie to look like they're straight out of Baywatch, I think it can be cool to have movies like...
Hold on a second.
The whole actor in every single movie to look like they're...
This guy's fat, so...
straight out of Baywatch. I think it can be cool to have movies like The Holdovers, where actors like Paul Giamatti and Divine Joy Randolph, who might not be super conventionally attractive, give great performances. If you personally want
both crying, yeah,
to keep playing the same type of video game over and over and over, go for it. I'm not trying to spoil your fun.
Bro, let me tell you something. At my age, that's pretty much what you do. I can't play new things anymore. You know what I mean? It just makes me uncomfortable. I played Black Myth Wukong before. It took me 5 hours to start enjoying the game. Then it was one of the greatest games if I've ever played in my entire life. It felt like a more polished God of War. I'm gonna be real with you. I loved it, but I can't bring myself to it anymore.
I just think it's more interesting to expand the limits of what is possible with art instead of trying to restrict the limits.
I wouldn't be surprised if Papa God has one of those ass cushion mouse pads with the wrist. Let me tell you something. I do not, but I went to Hot Topic one time and I got one of those mystery bags, and they had it was a picture. It was like a mouse pad of a girl, and she had big fat gel titties. So like I opened that up with my wife and we started laughing, and like it wasn't comfortable for me. So now my wife uses an anime gel mouse pad in her office with big fat jiggly titties because it's just comfortable. So pretty cool, huh?
It's of what is possible with art. And personally, I do think that video games are art. I think that video games are a serious art form that deserve to be taken seriously. But if you personally decide that the only games that you want to play are big bouncy booby simulators, then...
Whoa, adult only. Bro, dude, let me tell you something. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm going to tell you something right now. This is gonna be the craziest thing I've ever told anybody. Okay? This is actually like uncomfortable. I'm not even kidding how uncomfortable this is. Okay. So a while back, I have a VR headset. All right, and it's a weird thing, but you want to know what I try to do with that thing? I was like, you know, I want to try playing some Steam games. This kind of Steam game. So I went in there, I downloaded this fucking Steam game, bro. And I had my wife was in the room. My wife was in the room because we were just like, you know, I just want to check it out, and she was curious too. Oh my god! So I downloaded this VR Steam game, if you know what I'm saying. And dude, for whatever reason, the objective of the game was to just violently beat the shit out of anime girls and like cattle prod them and like shoot them and just like legitimately torture them horrifically. And it was I have not turned on my VR headset since I played that game. My wife and I were both absolutely mortified that some kind of freak would ever even come up with the kind of game where you fucking strap these women down on like a fucking cross, dude, and you just abuse them. It was traumatic. It was insane. It was just insane. I got nothing else to say. There's no joke here. That shit was fucking traumatizing. I don't know what kind of sick freak made that game. I'm not kidding. You need to get help. You need to get some like legitimate help because it was an uncomfortable experience. My wife was in the room too, which made it worse. And the worst part is I actually tried to win the game for like 20 minutes. I was like trying to figure it out because I'm the kind of guy who's determined. And as we're doing that, I'm just like, this is just getting so far. This is fucked up. I was shooting taser guns at her. That was crazy. That was crazy. So I think AndyPants made that game.
Go for it. I just hope you don't get too triggered when an ugly person might show up in your video games from time to time. He then goes on to make fun of comments from two other people, one from someone with the username Makima and one from someone with the username EI.
Okay.
Makima made a post about how he thinks this one character named Alma is a white savior.
Alma balls.
Because she doesn't respect the cultures of the villages that you visit in the game.
Yeah, clearly this person... Clearly this person is making fun of this trans person they found on Facebook.
So this mentally ill person said, "Does Alma suffer from white savior syndrome? She quickly adopts the different villagers' hand gestures, among other things, without having any clue what they mean or if it's even appropriate for her to use them. Plus her constant need."
Does this guy not feel stupid that he's reading very obvious like rage bait and pretending that it's an actual real person, or what's going on with this guy? I would feel mortified.
To over deliver in the villagers' problems and trying to save it, etc.
According to AndyPants, because this comment is so dumb, Makima must be a trans woman who looks like this. But I went through Makima's post history and guess what I found?
You're a troll, yeah.
A post where he says that if pronouns and pride flags are added to the game, he will quit the game. So Makima, like AndyPants, is another anti-woke person. AndyPants found this post from Makima, assumed that the post must have been from a trans person because it was stupid, but actually it was from an anti-woke person. Accusing characters...
Oh, that wasn't even their picture? Okay.
Of being white saviors is not something that only people on the left do. Anti-woke people on the right also accuse people of being white saviors all the time. They claim that people on the left only care about racism because they're trying to be white.
That is true. They do criticize Hassan a lot.
Saviors to black people. So it makes sense that this post could have been made by an anti-woke person complaining about white saviorism, but AndyPants doesn't even consider this. He just saw that the post was stupid and assumed that a trans person made it.
Yeah, it's probably why he deleted his fucking video.
That is, unless he already knows all of this and he again is purposefully lying. The next post is from someone...
Not my Andrew Pants.
Named
Not my Andrew Pantalones.
EI, who says, "Is this game involuntarily racist?"
Somebody who probably looks like the woman on the left said this.
I don't think the woman on the left is any kind of LGBTQ. I think that they just live in a trailer. What the fuck? Bro, this is... Dude, what a mean video. Especially looking like this, bro. Hold on a second. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. We gotta do something fun. Well, we gotta get this. We gotta do this live. We're doing it live. Let's see. Okay, ready?
Already knows all of this, and he again is purposefully lying. The next post is from someone named EI, who says, "Is this game involuntarily racist?"
Somebody who probably looks like the woman on the left said this.
I agree with this. It's just stupid that we just did that, but that was silly. We had fun with that. We had fun with it. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Andrew Pants.
Is this game involuntarily racist? The main protests are white and treat the dark-skinned tribes/people as if they were lesser creatures.
I looked through EI's post history and...
What is wrong with you, Andrew?
And guess what? It's another troll. Here's a post they made about Elden Ring. My wife's boyfriend...
Andy, your kids are going to grow up to resent you. Just want to let you know that, bud. Just letting you know that. Your wife probably already does. Just want to let you know that, too. Just want to let you know that, too, buddy boy. Buddy buckaroo
is laughing at me because I can't beat Rolana, and I think I speak for all of the Reddit community that this game is harder than opening a Soylent bottle. So this is playing into the anti-woke.
Right, and by the way, you might think that's mean. Let me explain something to you. Okay, let me explain something to you. When you are the kind of person who does this kind of weird cringe shit where you go and be anti-woke all day, you're like, oh look, somebody said something. A troll comment said that wokeness is good. You obviously have a weird, skewed version of the world, and it makes you act like a fucking dumb piece of shit. And then your kids are going to grow up, and they're going to think you're cringe, and then you're going to embarrass them, and you're going to have bad takes on shit, and they're going to hate you, okay?
Woke trope that any dude who enjoys, like, mass-produced things like Star Wars or Marvel or Elden Ring must be demasculated. And
True.
Usually this is partnered with conspiracy theories that all of these mass-produced things are made by Jews. That's why these alt-right types refer to things like Star Wars or Marvel as goy slop. And under another...
I've never heard that before. Who said that?
Posted mass opening a Soylent.
Who the fuck called it goy slop?
I can't beat Rolana.
My wife's like, okay.
And I think I speak for all of the Reddit things. And under another post by this EI person, they said, more like pay full price to beta test for us Goyim.
Oh, got him. Now I understand the context.
Which implies that Jews run the gaming industry and they're trying to get people to beta test for them for free because Jews are obviously so cheap. So again, this
we are. At least I am.
post asking, is this game involuntarily racist, was made by an alt-right troll to make people mad. When alt-right people post shit that is
that like the entirety of Steam? It's just a bunch of like Steam forums, a bunch of like alt-right weirdo freaks on there saying things that they would pretend a trans person would say so that they could bully them, but it's really just you guys reacting to yourselves.
Purposefully trying to make queer people look bad. This is called running gay ops. This term originates from 4chan, and it refers to when these people will run harassment campaigns where they try to make queer people look as bad as possible by purposefully spreading misinformation about them. So again, this post is either AndyPants falling for this obvious gay op, or it is him purposefully playing.
How do you have Fuda without balls? That seems like, that doesn't even make sense. How do they come? That doesn't even make any sense.
Into the gay op to make queer.
Sorry, somebody said that in the chat. I got distracted.
Queer people look bad. So let's recap. Basically, no one on the left was actually mad about Monster Hunter Wilds. This is a game that is pretty universally enjoyed across the board. But in order to claim that the left is seething about Monster Hunter, this absolute moron takes 2 troll comments and 1 comment posted by another anti-woke person and uses them to prove how stupid trans people are. And as long as he does his little Thid the Sloth voice and puts pictures of not very attractive trans people next to these comments, this is enough for his audience to eat up
a little mean, Ryan.
his bullshit.
I know I often say this, but these people are narcissists to their core.
To their core. By the way, he needed to make sure that he wrote that down on the side or he would have forgotten that.
And they believe 2 things. Everything is about me. Everything is about my culture. But also, simultaneously, I am better than other people.
Bro, this is so fucking ironic.
Me when I make a PowerPoint presentation and I'm not gay? What? Oh no, I'm disappearing because that's gay. You can't make a PowerPoint presentation to be a straight man. I just want you guys to know that. This isn't even a debate. This isn't even debatable, Andrew. Andrew, this is not debatable. If you make PowerPoint presentations, can't be a straight man. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. That's why you're never tasked to make a PowerPoint presentation in a class unless it's with groups of people. So make sure you partner with a woman so that they could do that. Or else say goodbye to your traditional masculinity. All right?
In this other video that AndyPants posted, he straight up says that it is men's place to rule the world.
There are only 2 genders and you're the man one, so act like one. You were made to conquer. The Bible says you were made to rule. And here's the thing I need you guys.
This is what this guy looks like, by the way, up here. You see it on the screen? That's what he that's the ruler guy. That's the guy who rules the world right there.
Is to realize this is your world.
Oh
so
my
why
God.
are we acting like we don't run this?
Bro, I'm gonna be absolutely fucking down and dirty real with you, doggy boy. Andrew, look at you. Look at your fucking face. You just look not great. You look like the kind of guy who would put something in a girl's drink so that you could say hello to them. Okay? If the world was run by anybody, it's not going to be 5'8" little gremlins that spike their hair up at 40 years old with kids who resent them and wives who think that they're fucking pathetic. All right? It's going to be 35-year-old guys that are 6'4", that are fucking beefed out, motherfucker. We would have dominated the world. You don't want to go back to the day where the fucking strong men ruled the world because you would be sitting there in a goddamn farm planting crops for me to fucking go and eat while I fucked your wife in front of you and she said thank you for it. So knock it off with the whole conquer fantasy. The conquer fantasy is for pathetic losers who are fucking worthless, that nobody respects or cares about them. You've accomplished nothing in your life now until you're envisioning a time where you would have been a really cool guy who swung a sword and maybe magic was real. Whoa! You're gay. Look at your fucking hair, dude. Come on. You look like the scene from There's Something About Mary. So you gotta knock it off. You have to knock it off. You just have to. Stop. It's weird. It's obviously you're overcompensating for something, bud.
Bro, that is the definition of narcissism. I don't think I deserve to rule the world because I'm queer. I just want people to not treat me like shit because I'm queer, leave me the fuck alone, and not make videos like this lying about my community.
They're seething. Blah, 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 blah.
And I don't think I'm better than anyone else simply because I'm queer, but I do think I'm a better YouTuber than you are because I don't put out videos where I fall for bait or intentionally fucking lie to my audience.
It's fair.
And guys, this is why I often say
that
these atheists and these LGBTQ supporters, it is a religion, because when you don't have a religion in your life to ground you, you have to make up fake rules for a fake religion to feel better than everyone else.
Compared to the real religion, which one is it? How many are there? Let's see. How many religions are there? How many religions are there? Let's see. There are about 4,000 to 10,000 distinct religions, faiths, and spiritualities. Okay, spiritual traditions. Okay, that's crazy. Which is the real one? Oh fuck. Oh shit, there's no answer for this. Is religion even real? I'm just Googling this, guys. Is religion even real? Oh, okay. There's no definitive yes or no because it might not be. Bro. What? This is weird. This is a weird thing it's a weird thing to do to be like, guys, LGBTQ is a religion. Not that's good. It's bad. Oh, but this one is good though. Mine is good. It's a weird thing to do, bud. It's just a strange behavior to engage in. Okay, because you're using the term religion derogatorily here, but here it's a good thing. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
So instead of embracing a real faith and maybe giving your life to Jesus like the person on the right, you've embraced...
I think, Andy, you should give your life to Jesus. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is we should all chant and pray. If I can find it. Here it is. This is what I meant. There was no other insinuation. Holy, holy, holy Lord. Thanks, God. Is that right? Heaven and earth are full of your glory. Hosanna in the highest. I'm holding your hands, guys. He who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna in the highest. Peace be with you and also with you. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. We just cleansed the world. We cleansed AndyPants from this video.
A fake religion.
What religion have I embraced exactly? The religion that says that gay people exist and you shouldn't treat them like shit? Usually religion implies a belief in something supernatural, but there's nothing supernatural about queers. What do you think?
Maybe there is, dude.
Think they're going around casting gay spells and shit?
No, I'll say there's something supernatural about gay guys. It's that they get to fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a gay dude, gay dudes like to fuck. So if you're two gay dudes together, they're fucking all the time. Not like this, how gay girls fuck. It's scissor, I think. I don't know. I don't really watch gay girls, okay? So it's like there's something supernatural. Because if I was Gabby's absolutely STD ridden, because I would be blasting so many dudes. It'd be fucking crazy. But instead, I'm straight, so, you know, women, they fucking suck. They don't want to do anything. They're like, oh, wash your body. What? I just got out of work 3 hours ago. I had no time.
I don't have to put my faith in the fact that gay people exist because I can see gay people right in front of my eyes.
True, me too. 3 of them. Because I see myself on the screen. That was part of the joke. But mostly Andrew, because that would upset him. I wouldn't care if people called me gay.
But I
fucking wish I was like bisexual, like legit sometimes, but you know, I'm happily married. But when I was a young dude, that would have been crazy.
You do have to put faith in the fact that God exists because you can't see God.
He's right there!
And I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with religion, but I'm definitely not fucking bowing down to the pride flag in the same way that you bow down to God.
Well, AndyPants doesn't do that. He bows down to his wife and begs her not to leave him. That's what he actually does, Ryan. Get your facts straight, brother.
If someone in the queer community says something stupid, I can just say, hey, that's dumb. I don't agree with that. But under your worldview, you are not allowed to disagree with anything that it says in the Bible. I'm sure the point that he's trying to make is that similar to religion, you can't say anything that goes against the queer community because they'll instantly try to cancel you.
I don't think it's that deep. Ryan, I think that there's a fundamental flaw you have in this video. It's that you think AndyPants is an intelligent human being. Some things that you got to keep in mind is that a lot of people are very stupid. AndyPants doesn't possess critical thinking skills. He's a moron. This is not contestable, okay? So what AndyPants did is he went, it's a religion, because he sees that online, not understanding that he's saying that in a derogatory sense, basically saying religion is bad, because, you know, let's be real, it's been the #1 source of pain in the world forever. That and testicular torsion, that one's pretty big up there too. And so he's just calling it like religion bad, but then he kind of realized it, so he's like, well, but not the real religion, Christianity.
But I disagree with queer people all the time because queer people are just people and they get things wrong. But under your worldview, you can never disagree with God because he is perfect and he never gets things wrong.
And all these people are communicating is that they believe deep in their heart that there needs to be a religion and that there is a God. They just have a retarded one.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
Damn, dude, that is such a great argument. Your God, the real God, is the smart God, and my God, the pride flag, is the retarded God. I wonder if Socrates could have ever predicted that this would be the type of intellectual debate people would be engaging in someday. So I think we can all agree that this video from AndyPants was completely and utterly worthless. The left was not complaining about Monster Hunter. Most people on the left, like me, think it's a great game, but you just needed to find some way to get triggered and offended by woke people, so you fabricated this narrative that the left hates Monster Hunter.
It's all a victim complex. Everybody online's looking to be a fucking victim. It doesn't matter if it's the manosphere or the anti-woke people or like feminism or any of this shit, BLM. And I'm not saying that there's no positive advocation for these groups, but online, all victim complexes. There's one thing that is always the same, and it is that everybody else is trying to harm me in some kind of a way. When it comes to the anti-woke gamers, oh, all these fucking LGBTQ people are trying to erase my masculinity. Always coming from the gayest looking men in the entire world that shock their hair up, by the way. When it comes to these anti-woke fucking grifters online, like Asmongold, you know, it's like, oh my God, they're sitting here, they're trying to ruin the middle class. He doesn't even know what that means, okay? He doesn't, that's all this shit is. The fucking manosphere, oh my God, women are ruining men. Okay, that's all it is. It's cringe.
By using a bunch of troll comments. So this is a direct call out to AndyPants Gaming.
Andrew,
Will you acknowledge that this entire video is you either falling for obvious bait or you intentionally lying to your audience? If you genuinely care about your audience, I think they deserve better than this absolute dog shit video. And to any anti-woke people who might happen to be watching this for some reason, don't you think that you deserve better than this? Don't you at least want the creators that you watch to be honest with you?
I wish I knew how that AndyPants video is going.
I do agree there are some woke people on the internet who say dumb things sometimes, and sometimes it can be fun to poke fun at them as long as you don't act like this is what all woke people think. And I feel like if AndyPants actually respected your intelligence, he would take the time to find actual examples of woke people being dumb instead of using obvious troll comments. But
I can't believe he deleted the fucking video, man. That's the crazy. I think he did. Or did I? Am I wrong? No, I can't see. I don't see it, dude.
Hey, if you find this type of slop entertaining, if you just enjoy turning off your brain and laughing about the dumb, ugly trans people, then I guess go for it. But just know that the vast majority of woke people are much more reasonable than these anti-woke grifters make us out to be. We also just want to play good, fun video games. And yeah, sometimes we might have criticisms of the video game industry if it feels like they're only making the same type of game over and over and over, but I don't see why it's bad to want a bit more variety in the gaming industry. You can have your games where every man on screen is a hyper-masculine beefcake and every woman on screen is a perfect 10 out of 10. And maybe we can also have other types of games that explore other types of people and experiences where not every single person needs to be super attractive or hypersexualized. Deal? I just find this video so funny because I can literally...
Wait, not everything has to be for you. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch everything. Oh, wait a minute, wait.
Picture in my head how he could have made a video accusing Monster Hunter Wilds of being super woke if the game wouldn't have done well. I think making anti-woke propaganda would be super easy because you can spin anything into being woke if you look at it from the right direction. So now to end out the video, I am going to show you the video that I would make if I was an anti-woke YouTuber who wanted to accuse Monster Hunter Wilds of being too woke.
He definitely deleted the video, by the way. I'm in the Internet Archive. Here it is, says 2 weeks ago. Then the video after that is gay shit, assassins, dildos. And then the one before it is this one. There you go. He deleted the video. He's a coward. I don't even know if I can watch it, though. I don't think I can. Damn. It's not archived, dude. Damn. The Wayback Machine doesn't have it archived. How sad, dude. That sucks. What a fucking coward.
What's up? Welcome back to AndyPants Gaming.
Should have shocked your hair up, bud. That would have been so much better.
Today we're going to be taking a look at Monster Hunter Wilds, the latest DEI monstrosity from Capcom. In this game, basically every female has her tits out, which you Coomers probably think is based, but in reality, Capcom knows that as long as they can stimulate your Coomer brain, you'll ignore all the woke bullshit that they shoveled into this game. In this game, the four main characters are 3 girl bosses and a brown kid, and the plot of the story is just about going around to all these DEI villages to help them with their problems forums or whatever. Clearly the message of this game is that if you're a white person, instead of staying in your own civilization and helping your own people, you should go out to brown people's villages and help them rebuild their mud huts, because that's clearly a great use of your time. In this game, basically the only straight white male is this dude who's a bumbling buffoon who has no idea what the fuck he's doing, because we can't have a straight white male character who isn't a moron. That wouldn't be empowering to women. This is just the latest step in the demasculization of white men, but of course normies will slurp it up because in this game they let you kill monsters. And before you get triggered, no, I'm not trying to take your goy slop away from you.
Bro, I want to find this one so bad.
I'm sure your wife's boyfriend will let you play as long as you ask her nicely. This is the 6th game in the Monster Hunter franchise. This franchise has been going on for over a decade by now, but instead of preserving the integrity of the franchise, in this one they added the ability for male characters to wear—
Oh, by the way, I really just wanted to confirm, he removed it himself. In case he tries to play this game where it was removed, this video has been removed by the uploader. He removed this video himself, just to be clear. I just wanted to be absolutely clear about that.
Wear female armor and female characters to wear male armor. Because of course, we can't just let men be men and women be women. We've got to throw in some trans bullshit to keep them happy. I'm sure it would be so scary for these giant monsters to see a tranny running towards them.
Oh my god.
Oh no, he's gonna inject me with his estrogen. So scary. Although, when you look at these people, they are pretty scary to look at, so maybe they actually would cause these monsters to go run and hide out of pure cringe. In this game, you do at least get to kill animals, which is good. Any chance to piss off vegans is a chance worth taking. But of course, they had to throw in some woke environmentalist bullshit about how the humans are upsetting the balance of nature, and if they don't stop tampering with the natural order, they might destroy the planet. Near the end of the game, you find out that the real villains weren't the massive dragons burning shit to the ground. No, the real villains were the humans all along. And if you want to help save the environment, then you should probably stop having children. It's just typical anti-natalist propaganda to try to convince white people to lower their birth rates so that they can take over.
Anyway, this is actually pretty good, by the way. This is really good anti-woke bullshit. Like, Ryan's got the fucking on lock, boy. That's fucking crazy.
I rate this game 1 Soylent bottle out of 5. You might enjoy this game if you're the type of dude who enjoys watching Marvel movies with your wife's boyfriend, but I would say that if you really need to coom while killing animals, just go jerk off while shooting a deer or some shit, and leave this game in the woke garbage where it belongs. I hope you enjoyed that stupid little sketch. AndyPants, I give you permission to steal that script for your next video if you want. If your audience is dumb enough to enjoy watching you read out troll comments as if they're genuine, then they'll probably also be dumb enough to enjoy watching you stealing someone else's script. Anyway, instead of judging games based on whether or not they're woke, maybe we should just judge games based on whether or not they're fun or whether or not they make interesting art.
Sounds gay.
And with that, I will see you wokies next time.
Incredible. That's a good ending. It's fucking wild.